Hello everyone, my name is Javier and I am the founder and owner of Smarter Path AI, an AI automation agency. Welcome to my channel where you will find everything you need to know about building your own AI workflows in n8n. So whether you're a business owner looking to begin automating your business or someone simply wanting to build their own workflows, we are here to help. Today we're going to be covering how to get started with n8n and how to create your first workflow. Let's jump right in. n8n is an online platform where you can find everything you need to get started creating your own bots through drag and drop. You connect different nodes to build a workflow with no code. So the first thing we do is navigate to n8n.io. Here you can decide whether or not you want to bookmark the page. It is fully up to you. So once you made it to the page, you need to create an account. In my case, I already have an account, so I'm just going to get started with it. So let's open the instance that I have. So here, it's a free account where you're limited to making one project for now, and it's only 14 days and 1,000 executions. But for now, that's all we need. Eventually, we can create a video where we show how you can set it up, or you can do the paid version, which is $24 a month in the starter pack on a monthly plan, or $20 a month on the annual one. So once you're in the platform, you will notice there's a lot associated with the interface, but do not fear, it is very easy to use. At the top here, you see a metric bar that tells you just the data of your projects. So the executions, the failure rate, etc. So now let's jump in and get started with our first project. For this, we can go directly into creating our first project or into our own projects. For now, let's go here and go into a workflow and create it in personal. So we create this empty workflow. The benefits of using the project section over here is that it will automatically save your workflow under this section for ease of access and better accessibility when you have more than one project. However, you are limited to only one project with a free account. So for now, I'm just going to create the workflow tab as we just did. And that is how you set up n8n and open up your first workspace. Now let's dive into how we can start making our own workflow. So the first step is to click in the Add First Step. You will then be prompted by a sidebar containing the first node. So we can trigger manually, have it on an app event, on a schedule. For now, the first node is always going to be a trigger. This trigger is what sets off the entire workflow. Given that there's a ton of options, for now, let's go ahead and use the chat node. As we can see here, it says that we can make the chat publicly available. For now, let's keep it off. So now we have the first node of our workflow. You can move this trigger around all you want, but for now, let's just keep it in the center, and actually let's zoom out a little bit so we can keep creating the rest of the workflow. Being able to move it around is very useful whenever you have a bigger workflow because it allows you to organize it as you like, having a bigger flow, but for now, it's not very relevant. So the next step in this flow is to add an AI agent node. So we'll click on adding another node. An AI agent will be in the AI section, and let's go right directly into AI agent right here. So let's just have it here. As you can see, there are three prongs attached: chat, model, memory, and tool. I will now look at adding my chat feature. For this example, we're going to be using ChatGPT. So I will add it to the node by selecting the plus sign and searching for ChatGPT. Let's actually search for OpenAI. So now we need to select the credential. So we need to create a new credential. So for this, we need an API key and an organization ID, which is optional, and we will not be adding this. So for this, we need to go into API keys at OpenAI in the platform.openai.com, settings, organization, API keys. And here we create a new secret key. For this, we can just say YouTube tutorial as the name. Select project and default project. Permissions all, restrict to read only. We'll keep it at all. Create secret key. We copy it and we bring it here and we save it. Connection tested successfully, so we can just close it now. And now we have an OpenAI account too. And from here we can choose the model that we like best. In this case, I think I'm going to keep it at 4.1 mini, as it is fast, cheap, and fairly good. We can also move this around as before. For OpenAI, we will be needing to pay for the API tokens consumption, but it is like 1 cent per request or even less than that. So having $5 there can go a long way. Now we've done this, we can go back to the chat and test it out. So for now, let's just click here and say hello there. And now we see how it reasons, how it goes over things. And hello, how can I assist you today? My name is Javier, and I want to build flows. Hi, Javier. It gives me an answer. Now let's ask it, what's my name? I don't have access to your name based on this conversation. How can I assist you today? What's happening here is that we don't have memory yet. So the next step is to give the bot a memory. So while it's working, we need to add more things so that it's first a functional model with memory, and it becomes an agent once we give it tools. So let's for now add the memory, and we'll just keep it simple, add the simple memory. Here we can see that it asks us how much context window length we want to give it. If we gave it 0, then we would be at the same stage that we are in right now. I think 5 is very little, so I like it to keep it higher. So let's go with 20 messages. So the window length is the number of messages that or the past interactions the model receives as context. So with that, we should be good to go. Let's save it now, and let's actually go again. My name is Javier. I want to know what my name is. Your name is Javier, exactly, right? So now it has memory, so then it remembers the previous messages, so that now it actually is more functional because we can actually have it remember things from the past. From this point on, we can begin adding more nodes to increase the complexity of our bot and its functionality. For example, we can add a Google Sheets node and have the bot send data directly to a sheet there. So let's do this in 2 different ways. So we can add it as a tool here, and we can just type sheet, Google Sheets tool. And here we can actually, we will need to set up the credentials as well, similar way to previously for OpenAI, close. And we also need to set up the operation that we're going to be doing. So we can do get rows, append or update row, append row, clear, create, delete, etc. Let's do it get rows for now. And that's what we have here. So get rows in sheet. We can also obviously change the names here so that it's a bit more comfortable. Find data, for example. So it's a bit more functional and makes more sense. Here we can also change it to have it fit better, memory. And here it's actually good practice also to know which model you're using. So for 1 mini. Another way to actually get the data would be to do it after the agent, but then it's not part of the agent as much. So we could actually go here. And in this case, we're actually prompted to specify directly what are we going to do. So since we were doing get rows, this would be the equivalent here. And again, we would have to set the credential. Once we set it for 1 node, then it would apply to all of them if we just select the one that we have here. So we're going to have here. Let's delete this one for now. Here we could also be adding different nodes like a calendar, for example, Google Calendar tool. And again, we can see an operation to create an event, delete an event, get many, update, etc. And we can set the start time, the end time. So there's a bunch of parameters. And again, the credentials. For all of this, we would need to go into our Google account and set up the credentials there to be able to connect with them. Different nodes that you can also add if we had an Airtable database, for example. Same here, we need to set up the credential, and then we have all the same operations basically as a Google Sheets. And we have to determine from list like which is the Airtable that we are getting, and which table from that project we are working with, and then the record ID if we are actually looking for a specific one, or if it's coming actually from the AI agent itself. So basically, as you can see, the possibilities for creating through n8n are practically endless, and we're excited to continue showing you the things that could come from utilizing this platform. So stay tuned as we continue uploading n8n content, where we will be covering more in-depth and experienced tutorials to help you with any future needs. Again, my name is Javier. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will do my very best to respond to every one of them. And if you stay till the end of the video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in and looking forward to helping you more in the future.